Hi, this is PJ Bennett. This is my husband Curtis, and we're here at our house in Raleigh, North Carolina, here in Green Mountain, really. Anyway, most of you may know that we have lost our home due to Hurricane Helene. It came through here, and we can't believe it, but you know, the river got up so high that it made it inside our house. I wanted to share with you guys I wanted to share our house, but I also wanted to share about this area, this community, because we have a lot of history here. Raleigh, North Carolina has such historical value, and if these homes here, there aren't many of them, but if they're not repaired, I'm afraid that Raleigh, North Carolina will be gone. And so that is kind of why I'm doing this video today. I'm not familiar with this, I'm not real good at it. I'm going to try to figure out how to turn this camera around so I can show you here. This is our front yard, and honestly you can see we have a very large yard here before you meet the river. Also right here we have this bridge that crosses the Yancey County side of this area to, on the other side of the bridge is the Mitchell side. Today I wanted to show you why we are trying to save our house, not just our house, but again, the community here, the historic homes that are in this area. I want to take you inside my house here, and I'm going to show you around a little bit and show you why this house has such meaning to me. Number one, this house was originally owned by the Bradshaw family. I believe our home was a brother to the doctor that lived across on the Mitchell side. Here where we're entering was originally our French doors that led to our kitchen. My husband's got a flashlight, it's kind of dark, but I'm going to kind of show you around at the devastation inside our home. We lost everything on the first floor of our home. This was our kitchen area, and we lost everything. Our furniture's all gone. The water got basically, it was very high in the house, almost to the second story. You could see some of the beautiful, I don't know if you can see really well, but the beautiful rock fireplaces in here that just made this, you know, just so homey to us. And this is the bedroom that's on the first floor. I'll show you some of the devastation here. There's also another rock fireplace in this room as well. But really what I want to show you, we're going to go upstairs, because one of the things that made me just love this house and its history was, well, first of all, the home was owned by Dolly Parton's sister, Stella Parton, at one time. And we bought it a few years after that. But one of the things in this home that is so special to me is, again, it's about that historic value. When you come into this back bedroom here, you can see the walls here are all made of wood. This wood on these walls, basically, the connection is failing. But these walls were made from the crates that came in on the railroad across the bridge here. I want to point out some of the writing on the wall. If you'll see here, it's hard to see, but you can see Raleigh, North Carolina written on these walls. These were crates that came in on the railroad. Up here you can see Bradshaw, Raleigh, North Carolina. Down here you can see E. Bradshaw, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's so intriguing to me, this history. And the other thing that just tugs at my heartstrings is the fact that it's very hard to see, but there's literally writing on this wall where you can see where they had tabulated. Can you get the light on it better, honey? But there's actually calculations here of where they calculated as they were buying and paying for materials that was used in the building of this home. And it's just phenomenal to me that it has withstood, you know, the test of time. We were told that there was another flood back in 1916 and that the water reached our front stairwell, but it never made it in the house. One thing I wanted to show you, another part of the history to me, is how resourceful people were. If you can see on the ceiling here, this little metal mending plate. They used what they had back in these days, and that is basically how this home was put together. These hardwood floors here, just things that, you know, really are just, it needs to be saved. Not just for us and the fact that we're brokenhearted, you know, about the loss of our home, but also my neighbors. And we're going to take you over there in a second here. I'm going to come down here, come out of the house. I want to show you. You'll see here, right here where my home has been redlined, and it is unsafe and uninhabitable. Over here you can see this is the old wooden cook stove that was in our kitchen in there. They don't make them like this anymore. We hope to save her and put her back in that kitchen one day. But for now, we just don't know what's going to happen. So let's get in the car here. We're going to go from the Yancey County side. I'm going to take you over to my neighbor, James Warwick, and I'm going to show you a little bit about their property. I also want to show you there aren't many old homes left here in Relief. So I want to show you that so you can understand the historic relevance to this area. So let's get in the car. I'm going to go across the bridge. Turn this around. Oh, I got it. There we go. Sorry, I'm going to try to show you where we're going here. Turned around again. Hang on. I'm not good with this. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. We're going across the bridge again. If you can see, I'm trying to show you some of the devastation out here. This river right here, if you can see all these trees, this bridge was literally dammed up with trees. We thought that the bridge was gone. All these trees, they have cleaned up so much at this point, but there were so many trees that you could not even see this bridge at the time of Helene. So anyway, we're crossing over here. We'll get on the Mitchell side. Over here in the distance, you can see the old post office up there. I'm going to take you up there to show you the other historic landmarks here. And I also wanted to tell you that we are having, the folks from Raleigh are coming from I don't want to get it wrong. I wrote it down because I don't want to say it wrong. Let me tell you who they are. They are with the State Historic Preservation Office, and they are coming on Friday to take a look at these historic buildings. And I'm doing this video today because I want to get the word out. I want to save Relief. I want these homes here. I want that historic post office. I want to save it, and anything I can do. It's on my heart, and I just want to do everything I can. So let's get out here. We are at the Warwick's home. This is a beautiful old home here. And you may have seen Joel and James. They actually were on 60 Minutes, and they did a documentary. Here's James coming up now. But again, the history here is just phenomenal. James, why don't you tell us a little bit about your house here, you and your mom?
Well, It was built 1917. Used to be a doctor's home, and he treated local patients. He was an old country doctor. I actually treated Spanish flu patients back in the day, and it's been added on to since then, a bedroom and a expanded kitchen, living, dining room area.
Yeah.
But we've done some improvements over the years, and we've tried to keep as much old and historic as possible in the home.
Yes. And so you're going to be part of the folks that are coming from Raleigh on Friday. They're going to help us to learn how to put our houses up for the winter so that maybe we can preserve as much as we can. I think they call that technique mothballing. I don't know if you know any more about it than I do. I've just heard the term. Do you know?
I'm learning about it, but I mean, it's obviously we have to do that,
Yes.
to preserve it.
So, okay. Well, I'm just going to just show a little bit of
Okay.
your home here just so that people can see how beautiful this old home was. And how far did the water get up, James, in your house here?
The basement was fully submerged, and it got 6.5 feet on the main level.
Yeah.
So now everything is gutted all the way down to the joist, and wiring and possibly plumbing is going to have to be done on it.
Yeah.
So
So what are your plans? What are you thinking is going to happen here for you guys? And I know you want to save this old place like I want to save it.
we just need to get to a point of where it's dried out, everything's torn out and dried out, and then we have to kind of see how, to generate enough funds and also help for rebuilding.
Yes.
It's
yes.
going to be a long process. So
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, we're going to walk on down, and I want to show the folks the post office. Great. And we're going to get in the car here, and I'm going to ride down and show them that. These guys here, I can show you over here. There's a company here that is come in, and they're trying to remove all these trees that were dammed up against the bridge. And those guys have been working, I'll tell you, they've been working night and day trying to get this all cleaned up. But anyway, let me get in the car here, or in the truck, and we're going to go down. I want to show you the old post office so you can see for yourself why this history of this area is just so important. I don't want Relief, North Carolina wiped off the map, because these people here, I mean, the price tags to fix these homes, it's a lot. And we didn't have insurance, and I don't believe that the Warwicks had insurance either. Right here, if you'll just stop for 1 second here, you'll see these dump trucks over here. If you want to ride up a little bit, hon. In addition to the devastation, we also sadly had loss of life in this area. There was a beautiful family here that lived right here in this area. The home has now been bulldozed, but sadly right here used to stand a brick home, and the family lost their lives, and it is such a tragedy. Now we're coming up on the old post office here, and it is just, to me, even with all its bumps and bruises, it's a thing of history and a thing of beauty. I'm going to get out here and show you the post office just so you can kind of see for yourself. Right here stands this old post office. You see here the windows right here. It was the post office in Relief, and we've lost a lot of windows here, but this thing is still standing, if you can believe it. It's amazing to me that this building is still standing. I cannot wait for those folks from Raleigh to come and look at this old place and see the value of this place. We did get permission from the gentleman who owns it, to have the folks from Raleigh out. I don't think he'll mind us just kind of giving you a little bit of a picture of the damage inside here. But how historic. I mean, we just can't let this area die. I mean, it's heartbreaking to me. Anyway, let me see if you can see some of the damage here. Don't want to go in too much because it really is unsafe in here. But yeah, over here you can see, you know, old desks and things of that nature. But so let's go out of the post office, and right next door here there was another home here, and again, tragedy. These folks here, a young couple, they also lost their lives during Helene. There's some folks here that are trying to put up is another old Bradshaw house. This was actually the house of the postmaster. He lived in this old farmhouse. And some of the gentlemen that are working on this, some of the gentlemen that are working on the duplex are actually staying in this old home while they're working. And let me introduce you to Rob here. Rob, you want to tell us who you are and what you do in here?
Yes, my name is Rob. I'm with a company called Constructs, and we're just using volunteers to build houses. We have a framing system that goes together kind of like Legos, so we can build back quickly, stronger, and we've just been utilizing a network of volunteers that have come up and donated their time to help build.
Yeah. Tell them about the irony of how that house came to be donated.
Yeah, we had a house that was supposed to be built in Maine, but it's getting winter there, so they were going to store it. So when the storm hit, we had a house like literally ready to go that we said, let's donate it. So I came down. I've just to volunteer in like the first weeks. You know, it was really early. It was search and rescue at that time, and just really trying to find the right place, the right community where we could make an impact. And I was at the top of the hill, and I met Nick Honeycutt, who was waiting on his, and we can't help you. And I said, well, I think we can help you. And we just started building.
You just jumped right in.
Just started building.
Let's step inside.
Yeah,
and
this house was the old, like the old boarding house for the railroad.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of history here. Can't even imagine who stayed here, but it's a beautiful old house.
Yeah. When I came here, Mike, the owner of this house, he was telling me some of those stories. But here, as you walk in, is a bedroom, a downstairs bedroom, and there's a bath off to the side here. And all these old houses had, there is no normal heating in here. Every place has got either a fireplace or some kind of wood burning, coal burning type of heat. This here is the living room area. And of course, as you go back into the home, you have, I believe this may have been a dining area maybe at one time. It's nice and toasty in here. He must have some wood heat going here or something. And then the kitchen is back in here. But the thing that I was so fascinated with about this house, and I'd love to show you just upstairs here, is that there was actually an addition put on this home back in the day, because you can tell as you come up, and I don't know, hon, do you have the flashlight? Curtis, do you have the flashlight? I'm going to try and show you, but I'm going to see if he can get the flashlight. But as you walk back here, look here at these great little windows that kind of, you can see the outside here and the side of the mountain here. But as you look down here, you see this little addition down there, and I didn't know what it was. And I was like, what's this? And I said to him, it looks like an addition, because this is like the siding, And what Mike told me, the owner of the house, is he said, this was added on, and these are all rooms. This is a bathroom, and back here is a bedroom. And what used to happen is you've got 3 bedrooms up here and the 1 bathroom. But what happened was they added this on, and the postmaster lived downstairs, and then these rooms upstairs, they created a separate entrance from the side so that when the passengers came in to the post office and to see the doctor, there was the train depot was right here. They rented these rooms out to the people that came in. And so to me, again, just the history of these old homes. These homes that I've shown you, this is really the heart of the Bradshaw family and the beginning of Relief, North Carolina. There's a lot of tragedy, you know, that we've seen as a result of the storm. But to me, it would be an even larger tragedy to not fix these places. I could tell you myself, the price tag that we've been quoted just on my house for the repair is well over $300,000, and that's quite a hefty price tag to pay, and one that we don't know how we're going to come up with that. Our insurance, again, we did not have flood insurance. We got $400 from our insurance company. I don't know. I know this house wasn't damaged that we just viewed. That's the only home, only Bradshaw home standing that was not damaged through Helene. But these others, you know, the price tag to fix them is going to be great. So I just wanted to make this video today. I wanted people to understand it's more than just fixing P.J. and Curtis's home, fixing the Works home. It's about saving the history of Relief, North Carolina. So please, I beg of anyone who sees this video, if you know of any way, any kind of historic preservation, we're trying everything we can. Send me your ideas, send me your thoughts. I would love to hear them. Help me save Relief. Help me, please. That's